Okay, so we've had additional requirements from the workflow that we built last week to add in more regions. So what we need to do first of all is update our input to point at the new file. So let's just open this up, go to the drop down here, say edit, and then let's just find in my Preppin data folder the strange table structure updated file and open that up. We want to go to the tables now and we want to do a union multiple tables together. So we can see that we've got all of our tables now included down below coming from the strange data structure updated file. And if we just hit apply, then now we have all of those coming through. Now I'm just going to, in my field names here, I've got file path, so that'll be the same because it's just the file name. So we don't want to bring that through, and we want to rename our table names to be region because we can see that we've got London. Oops, I have not renamed that correctly. We can see we've got London. We know if we look at the data over here, we've got Northern and Scotland and Wales. So those are our regions for this data. So let's go and see if our workflow still works. Let's go look, for example, at the output. Okay, so we know that we're aiming for about 100 rows. We've got about 6,400 rows at the moment. We're going to have to go through the workflow and tweak things a little bit. So let's go check that out. Okay, so for our year field, okay, our year is still getting calculated well. It's still only filtering to that one row. Great, that's all working for us. We're still excluding that first row, not a problem. In fact, we're not just excluding the first row from the London table that we were originally working with, but we've excluded it from every single table in our data set because we're saying F2 is null, exclude there. Brilliant, so that's helpful for us. So we pivot as normal, all makes sense. The region doesn't get involved in our pivot, good. We want that to stay as a separate field. Yep, we carry out the steps similarly here. This will all be the same, so that's great. I think it's going to happen when we come to this point. Yes, so we've got our region here, and then we've got our region here as well. So we need to make sure that we're joining not only on the grouping and the pivot names, but also on the region in our join step. So let's just add in from our join clause recommendations the region as well. Brilliant. Now it's only keeping the 280 rows of data. I think that was the issue. We'll probably have to go to our remove fields step as well. Yes, we've got region and region -1. So let's just get rid of that region -1 here. Let's assume that that's going to be an issue for this step too. Okay, yep, we can see duplication happening here. So let's just add in our region to the join clauses as well, and then also go and remove the region from this step as well. Let's check and see how our pivot does. Yep, our region's just sitting over here. And now we're getting 100 rows back. So that is actually all that we needed to do to update our workflow in order to be able to manage these multiple different tables with the same strange structure. So that's quite good, that I'm reassuring that it only took us about 3 minutes to fix that all and get that working. So hopefully that will work for you, and thank you very much for watching.